high buildings because some of those presidents, they wanted to build a skyline in Malecon, like in Manhattan. That's why during the 30s, during Vedado was became in the cultural center of Havana, they built a lot of high buildings here, including the Hotel Riviera, this building we just passed. That was a very, very famous hotel, the Riviera, not the Cohiba, which is Cohiba, Melia Cohiba, that is the one you're seeing now. The Hotel Riviera was a very important hotel during the 30s because of the American tourism in Cuba, because they used to have a casino like in the National Hotel that we are going to see too. And all those high buildings were built before the time of the revolution too, during the 20s and the 30s, most of them in the 30s. And nowadays they are apartment buildings of the Cuban families. Okay? And some stores, you can see some stores from here. Most of the stores are from the government, state-owned stores and restaurants, but you can see some private, like the one in Violet, that's a private restaurant. So you can, so it's going to be really difficult for you to identify the private business, but anyway, just for you to know, they don't have the big signs like the government. So they have small signs, but you can identify it because the conditions are better. The government can't, pay for everything, but the private spend money in having, good conditions in the places, so they can be, a good restaurant or a good bar, and they can make money easier than the others. So to your left, you're gonna see a statue. This is a statue of Calixto Garcia. Calixto Garcia was a hero from the independence wars in Cuba, so 19th century. Independence wars were in the 19th century when we were a colony of Spain and we were fighting against Spain. And to your right, this is the public stadium. The name is Jose Marti, like the national hero. And this is public. Everybody can come to here and practice sport. And this place, to your right, this is a park. The name is Niña Traviesa, as a hotel from Jose Marti for kids. And they have some pieces of art. And in a few seconds to your right, you're gonna see the intersection of the United States and Cuba. Is the high building to your right with the glasses? Not yet, but you will see it to your right, just for you to be prepared. The intersection of the United States is just that. So intersection is the great Cuban word, definition for that, but we use that because it's just like an office. It's not an embassy. It's this structure to your right. So everything here is the intersection. In a few, maybe days, maybe months, we are going to have an embassy of the States in Cuba, but not yet. We have this intersection through the embassy of Switzerland, because if we didn't have, diplomatic relationship, we didn't need an embassy. So now we're going to have one that is going to be working in this building maybe for a few years, and after that they will move to another building. They already shows the building they want to be the embassy. I'm going to show you. They shows the building for that. And in front of the intersection we have this space here that we call a tutorialistic tribune. That's a space for political events in front of the intersection of the states. And it was built in 2005. And well, we don't use it, too much nowadays, but it was used, to ask things to the states, like for example, the Cuban Five. Do you know about the Cuban Five? The Cuban Five? Yeah? No? The prisoners? No? The Cuban Five, the prisoners in the States? No? Because we have relations now because of the Cuban Five. Well, we used to come here and, make events and demonstrations asking for the Cuban Five to come back to Cuba. They were in jail in the States. They were accused to be terrorists and spies. So they were in prison for 16 years. And they were not. They even were not agents. They were just people working in the States, and they accused them to be spies. So this building to your right, the gray and pink building, building is going to be the next embassy of the States. Well, they asked for that building to be the embassy because the building is not in use right now. We already passed it. Yeah. The building is not in use, so they want that building to be the next embassy. And the Cuban government, they are, thinking about that, but I think they said yes already. So this building to your right is the National Hotel of Cuba. The National Hotel is the main hotel of the country. That's why almost all the famous people and important people from all over the world that come to Cuba stay at this hotel, or at least visit the hotel. That's why they have a history hall in the hotel with pictures of all the famous people that have stayed there. And the hotel was built in 1930, and during the 40s and the 50s, a lot of people from the States used to come to the National Hotel because they used to have a casino in there. The name was Wilbur Clark, and it was a really famous casino for American people. And nowadays, when many presidents come to Cuba, stay at the hotel, or they have the meetings and important activities at the Hotel Nacional.
It's like a pirate ship.